Good evening, fellow Sierra Leoneans. Mena David Bongo. I come again this evening for giving this message. One thing I want to talk about this evening, political name calling. Now in this particular video, they try for address. We all know say there are several political parties in Sierra Leone. That's not a strange thing to anybody anymore. And we all for understand say everybody get right for doing any party way they want for day to. Now they call democracy. But waiting rampant now with communities now name calling and crying down personalities instead of actually addressing the issues. We don't spend so much time talking about individuals, their personal lives, their lifestyles, and waiting and they do behind the scene. And because of that, we don't fail for focus on the major issues when are political problems and where we're supposed to address, provide tangible solutions them to either parties for let we country go before. SLPP, APC, NGC, C4C, whatever you call it. If we really want to take Sierra Leone politics very seriously, and if we want to let the international body recognize Sierra Leone as a democratic country, we waiting at the diaspora, the one they waiting at the country, let we start for pay attention to issues the way they make we country go before. When somebody, a politician, goes sit down beer in host, it do something they will not get anything for do with national development, we ignore that. We not get for look at personalities. Let we get platforms and what we all stand for. If you look at several Sierra Leone WhatsApp forums, social media groups, we they pay more attention to tearing people, to telling people, tell somebody saying a lie, they lie, tell somebody say this kind of say be. We not get any link with national development. Me they challenge every Sierra Leonean, irrespective of which part of Sierra Leone you come out, irrespective of which political party you belong to. Let we as individuals, now each of them groups them, start for talk to people them. Let we focus on issues. Now election they cancel. We're not hearing about platforms. We're not hearing about waiting individual politicians and they really try for bring at the table to the electorates. We always hear this person don't do this person don't do this, or then cause mommy cause, or then tell somebody say you're not fit for be a leader. But why this person not fit for be a leader? Even if somebody want to explain, it will go too deep into the person in personal life. Yes, not true for say certain times in the personal life can affect you effective leadership. But we don't, most of the time, Sierra Leoneans, we don't lost sight of the problems that they affect the country. We not provide solutions most of the time. Instead, we try to highlight the mistakes that way somebody don't do and the personal life where the person they go through, whether it is in politics or it don't come out of politics, we not care. So this now a message for let we try to focus on issues, things like electricity, things like health, hospital them, things like pipe-borne water, things like this education where we they get now where they say we call quality free education for picking them. How we go suggest for let the government improve them things then they roads, agriculture. These are the things that are burning issues where we're supposed for the discuss. But we don't take personal issues and too much, too many times where we look at different fora, now the social media, people to discuss personal issues. I believe say if we all mean true democracy in our country, we for try for talk everybody, if you na APC, talk to the APC people them, wetin true democracy mean. If you na SLPP, talk to SL people them, wetin true democracy mean. Let we put things then at the table where we think say an alternative them to somebody in own, and we try to convince people them why we think say we own ideas them better. If we can't do that, then we are actually wasting time. All with precious time what we take on social media, addressing passionate issues, we are just wasting time. Let we look around at the world. Politicians are everywhere, they are all the same. It no matter whether in a first world country or not. Then they fight in the parliament, then they curse each other. But when they're ready for talk about national issues, then they discuss issues. So this is now a short message to every Sierra Leonean, to whatever group you belong, to whatever party you belong. Let your conversation be focused on development. Let your conversation be devoid of preaching violence. Let your conversation be devoid of tribalism. Not attack somebody because of the tribe where it belong to. Nobody knows to choose which tribe it want for come as in this world. We're all naturally bound to the tribes that we were given birth to. So why blame somebody because it belongs to this particular group of people, or it get a kind of sentiment towards a particular group of people? So this, they defined a level of intelligence, it defined a level of commitment to development in our country. So once more, I tell you, thank you. I go appreciate if we Sierra Leoneans then, we election the council, let us begin for identify things the way each party supposed for focus on. Any party where they try for present itself in this election, let we suggest things them to them. Yes, there are things where we already know, say, them they talk about, but let we focus on them thing and day, rather than focusing on personalities. Thank you very much again. Once more, Mina David Bongbo. I tell you all thank you for listening to this video here. So.